Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We finally have parts that have come in. So, means it is time to get this engine out. I'm going to have to loosen the transaxle bolts and nuts, along with, I don't know if they call it a mustache bar on this one, but the bar that goes along the bottom. There's nuts and bolts on this side and this side. So let me get down there, get y'all set up. I need to bring the ATV jack over here and stick that underneath to hold the weight, and then hopefully we can slide this engine out of here. So let's see how difficult this is going to be. So I think, nope, I was going to say I think it's a 19, but that would be a 17. Hey, first nut of the night off. So, so there's one there. It's also very strange. Alright, turn on. How the transmission has holes like that. There's one there, one on the bottom. It's a little different. I'm gonna assume the others are on the inside because I'm not seeing anything else. Steal your light for a moment. Also doesn't help that I can't see in there very well, but I'm gonna assume they're on the inside of the engine bay. Where am I at on the camera? Yeah, so it's right here, right at the end of my light. One there, and then a bolt that goes through there. Then you take the mustache bar, bolts or nuts, I'm not sure what they are. Take them off, and you'll be golden, I believe. Don't really know. It's my first time doing it on this type of bus. We'll learn together. I do have the service manual, but what's the fun in knowing exactly how to do it and not fussing and cussing and going through all that other fun stuff. So yeah, let's go for that. So couldn't get any leverage on the bolt right there, so a couple extensions on a breaker bar, and she's out. Alright, so that was a whole hell of a lot easier than a bug or an earlier bus. Well, I have yet to drop an engine from an earlier bus because mine didn't have one, so can't say it about that one, but at least for a bug, it's way easier. Especially because normally on this side trying to get the, or actually, no, yeah, this side trying to get the bug bolt that is on the transmission side is a pain in the ass. So let me get the ATV jack over here, get that underneath the engine. Put a little bit of pressure on it, undo the mustache bars, and see what we have. That wasn't too bad. These two bolts out. Go to the other side, do the exact same thing, and then you should, in theory, be able to drop your engine. So I was supposed to be going to the junkyard tomorrow and making a video of just going over the junkyard, the tons of vehicles that the guy has out there. It's been, as far as I know, over 80 years that it's been there, if not longer. Tons of vehicles. So I was gonna make a video going and getting the steering column out of the bus that is there for this one, but I got called into work tomorrow, so that kind of sucks. But at least I did get my parts in. I can start working on it anyways. That that oil cooler is not doing much cooling. Not as packed as that thing is. Jeez. Yeah, this whole thing is just caked in oil. She was having a oil problem big time. I see loose hardware. Can you see that? Yep. Loose hardware there, no engine gasket. She's just caked in grease and oil. So it definitely was a good idea to drop the engine for sure. Look at that. Little bit of weight reduction. We got more starting there. Holes there, damage there, holes there. But you know what? It doesn't stop me from driving it. I do have new tail light lenses. Hey guys, a couple days later, I still haven't gotten the engine out. I worked on it a little bit the first night that I was out here. Got everything loose except for there's a couple bolts that I missed. Also, I'm gonna remove this tinware from the front, along with the oil fill and this here. I also need to get a couple more wires unhooked before I go trying to pull this thing out. The main issue I'm having is I could drop it with this tin on, but I've got a dent here and it's going in a little bit more, so I had to bend up the tinware a little bit. I can flatten it back out after I get it off, but I think it'll be a whole lot easier to just go ahead and remove this. So she just wanted to be difficult. That was super easy after I got the vice grips on there. Makes no sense at all. That comes off fairly easy. Be a little bit easier without the coil being there, just because you can get a better shot on it, but I'll take it. Put that down there so I can lose them. I don't know how I'm gonna get y'all in here, so what I'm gonna do is take off the one at the end of the light there and the one at the end of the light there, and then there's a couple more throughout. It's just I don't think I can get you in here. Once I get the tinware off, I'll bring you back. Alright, so I figured I'd bring you back for just a second. Anybody that is doing this, there is a screw there. This one was hiding on me, right in there. And then you have two at the bottom. One there, one there. And it should come off. Let's see if I can put that somewhere that it will fall over. And there you go. 110 out of the way. There's where it got crinkled up. Some of it was for me, some of it had already been done. That big spot was already like that. So yeah. Alright, that is much better. Got those tins off. I'm glad I did with the amount of crap that fell out of there. Got that thing off. Oil filler cap, I guess you want to call it. So next, also I disconnected a couple connections. Next is going to be the more difficult part. Right here at that hole, I need to turn the engine and a set of bolts, I guess bolts, maybe nuts, I'm not sure, will show up lined up with that hole. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Turn it, and yeah, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that. I saw a couple where they took them out. I saw a couple where they did not take them out. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to turn it over, because I don't think there's a central bolt or nut like on a regular one. So I'll have to look. Even if I do, there's no way that I'm going to be able to record me doing that. I mean, I might be able to get you from the side or something like that, but we'll see. Alright, hopefully you can see what I am going to show you. Also, I am using you as a reference. And there she be. One of them anyway. Some better light in there. There you go. I have no idea how in the hell I am going to get in there. I think I'm going to have to drop the carb and take the intake boots off. I don't know if I'm getting the intake off of there, but we'll try it. If I can get the carb out of the way, that'll be a huge step. Although I might be able to, might be able to put a ratchet in there with an extension and grab that. So let's try that. I'm definitely not gonna keep y'all trying to watch that, because I can barely see what I'm doing, so I know y'all won't be able to. So pro tip, when working on Volkswagen buses, the number one thing you could do is to not buy an automatic. So another thing I need to remove, see if I can see it on the camera, is right at the end of my light is the bracket for the transmission fill. Goes up, let's see, so it starts here, goes up, follow the light up into there. There is a bracket. I think you can see it right at the tip of the light. I believe that is a 10 millimeter. Let's see, it looks rusty as shit. Let's see if I can get this off of here. There's no way that you're going to be able to be down here. I can barely fit down here. So once I get that out, hopefully the engine will be free, because there is very little stud left on the transmission that it is hung on. Also, there's quite a bit of red fluid, so I'm gonna assume, oh, where's that? Gonna assume that that is transmission fluid. So judging by the bottom of the transmission, I'd say there's a leak, so that's not good. Especially because I can't find any info on the damn automatic transmission. So there's also a leak right there. So quite possibly it's coming out of the torque converter. Let's hope. It's getting ready to drip now, actually. So let me get this 10 off and I will bring you back. I never would have believed it, but that just came free. It was actually pretty easy to break free. So that's the one nice thing about your Volkswagen just dropping oil everywhere. The oil protects the bolts, so it's preventative maintenance. It heals itself. So let me finish getting that off of there. It's very slowly turning with my fingers. After that we should have a free engine. Yep, just felt the nut fall off. And there we go. I think it's free. Oh, baby. Oh yes, she is on the dolly. Heck yes. All right. Now, I need to get the ass of the bus up so I can make it clear. I kind of hate that automatic fill is in my way. So I guess I'm gonna go, I don't know the best spot to jack this from. I don't know. Let me bring you back. Your memory is almost full, so. So, how many of you were yelling at me to unhook the starter cable? Well, ha! I fooled you. Actually, no, I didn't do it. I had to go under there just now and do that. So, that was another thing that I forgot. Let's see, can we clear? Woo, baby. That is one really greasy uninstalled engine. So now that I got that out, let me lower it down. Slowly, slowly, and she's down. All right, so now that I have that out, there's the viewport, if that's what you want to call it, and there's the 3 bolts we took out. So, hey, when we go to put this in, y'all remind me, put those in there. Also, I bent the tube up. It's just the fill neck. I bent it a hair. It's not bad. Yeah, lots of varnish, gas on the floor. It reeks in here now. It is horrible. So we got a mixture of ATF and really old varnished gas. So yeah. But I'm gonna call that a win because she's out of there. I must say it was fairly easy. A manual transmission, manual transaxle, whatever you want to call it, will be a lot easier. You don't have the 3 things on the torque converter to remove. Also, I see fluid in there, so that definitely came out. Hopefully it's just coming out of the torque converter. I know nothing about that transaxle at all. It's very brief. Also, we got a torn axle boot down there. I can see it, very bottom one. But it's very briefly gone over in the Bentley manual. So hopefully I can find something on like the Samba, or I'm not sure, going over that. But she's out. Yeah, I don't have an engine stand at the moment. It's currently taken up over there in the corner, so I'll have to see about getting that off to get this one on. But for now, I can strip it while it's on the ATV jack. Honestly, I might just leave it on the ATV jack. It fits pretty good. I can raise it and lower it, so I'll see how much I can work on it while it is on there. So I'm excited that it is out. This is night number 2 of coming out. I'm gonna try to get these videos out fairly quick. The weather is broken a little bit. It's relatively warm for it to be this time of year here anyway. So yeah, there's no way that I could have done anything with, or rather, let me start over. I could have driven it the way that it is but it would not have been good for it. There was stuff stuck in the front tin here. I'm sure there's mouse nests all in there. That oil cooler, from what I could see from the bottom, does not look good at all. So I'm sure that was packed and not cooling. The hoses and such that I have seen, not great. I need to replace the axle boot. I'm probably not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do the one that needs it for the moment. Yeah, you're probably yelling at me to just go ahead and do the whole thing. I may. It depends on how expensive they are. Hopefully the CV joints are okay, but yes, this is a huge win. I got this out relatively easy. The first night I could have had it out if I had remembered the 3 bolts. But yeah, first time with one of these. Manual transmission, like I said, would have been a lot easier. You wouldn't have had to fight that stupid fill tube that was really hanging up on me, and then I bent it anyway. So but yeah, I think I might call this video here, mainly because the memory card is full, and the last time that I did a partial empty of the memory card to record more, I screwed up the footage. So I'm gonna call this one here. The next video will be stripping this engine, cleaning all the tinware. I've got the parts that I need right on top of the sandblasting cabinet over there to get that all hooked up, so I can sandblast as much of this as possible. Mainly the tinware, probably the intake tubes there, as much as I can. And then after that, I will clean and paint the parts that need it, and then put the engine refresh kit that is in the box over there on it and have it good to go. So this was a huge accomplishment. I'm excited. I can't wait to start working on this engine. Hopefully no surprises. I'm a little worried about the transaxle. Like I said, it is in park right now, but it still rolls. I don't know if it's just because it is low on fluid, so maybe it is not shifting. Maybe it has to be running. I don't know. But not a good sign, so hopefully it's nothing. But with that, I would like to thank y'all for hanging out with me, trying to get this rusty hunk of junk back on the road and drivable. It is going to, like I said, be a bare minimum, get it on the road, just driving under its own power. That way I can clear this bay up, which the reasoning for that is the green bus right outside that window is in the spot that this one was. The green bus is pretty much completely taken apart, so I couldn't have that out in the weather. So I had to have this one out of the way so I could put the green one underneath the lean-to outside. That way I can have this body over here have more room to work on it, as well as being able to leave the chassis in the garage so it doesn't get messed up in the weather. So this is going to be a fast track. It was going to be put on the back burner and worked on at a later date, but it works out better to have the green bus out there for now until I can finish the bug. So yeah, with that, thanks for hanging out, everybody. If you have not already, like, subscribe, comment. Definitely, it helps out. Stick around, see how this bus turns out. It's not going to be a show bus. It's just going to be a bus that I can drive and enjoy until the other two are complete. So I will see you very soon in the next one.